So let's go ahead and make some more Demonite Bar. We can also make another Mana Star. Bring us up to 160. There is a limit to how many times we can do that, so we're probably getting close to the max mana we can get. Just want to also double check if there's anything else we can do with Demonite Ore. We can make Demonite Brick out of Ebon Stone block. It's like a more refined stone. And it doesn't have the same effects as Ebon Stone as well. So, it's pretty interesting. And I believe in a Crimson world would have a similar ore, but not quite the same. With the same functions, of course. Okay, we have 58 Demonite Bar now. That's pretty good. Well, I need Light's Bane, because that's a material. So we're not going to use that right now, but it will be useful later on. I kind of want the better axe, because I've been using the copper axe for ages. And probably the Fissure of Souls is the other thing I'll probably want. And we also need more Demonite Bar for some armor, but we don't have the other material we need for it yet, unfortunately. Hey, another Mana Crystal. 180. I think 200 is the max. We can only get one more. We just need a couple more stars for it. Stars seem to drop a lot over here. Hey. 200. And if I make another one now, if I try to use it, it doesn't use up. So yeah, we're at the max now. But it is also material that we can combine with the Panic Necklace now to make the Band of Star Power. It does mean we don't get the effects of movement speed after taking damage, but that's not a great power to begin with. We can also make a repaired Mana Crystal that can be placed. I've not seen that before either. Oh, a Goblin Army is approaching from the west. That's the really bad event that happens when you have more than 200 health. I'm fine. Did I make the fishing rod? I did. Which means I can replace my other fishing rod. But the Goblin Army will arrive at some point. I'm in trouble. What was the thing I wanted to I don't know. I wanted to make the Mana Star, but I think we have to have Heavy Workbench, which is over here. I see. Right? And possibly the effect of Mist. So that's not going to happen, I don't think. That's fine. We need the Tinker's Workshop. This might be where I get my first death, which is okay. This is approaching from the west. You can also go west and actually meet them on their way over, but they'll still keep moving. Oh, it's here. I was hoping to get some more ammo first. Oh, there's a guy that shoots magic at us. Okay, I'm also going to buy a mini shark because there's an achievement for that. I've already got all the achievements, but I can still do the requirements for them. There's a lot of things that give you achievements in this game, but there's no way to track it outside of just turning off auto cloud updating in Steam and then deleting the specific file that keeps track of it, and then starting from scratch like that. But I'm not going to do that because I'd have to redo a few things I've already done basically on this file and save in this world. It'd be nice if there was an option to keep track of it in-game, but that's not a thing, sadly. We might actually be alright against this army, luckily, but I have to keep on top of it. They also drop Spiky Bowl, 16 range damage. It's a consumable throw item that we can just drop on the ground, and then when enemies walk through it, they just take damage, which is cool. So that could be a good way to grind, but I don't know. We're already at 40% cleared though, which is good. I was worried because this early on, without armor and weapons, can be quite tough. And health, I guess, as well. We have 80 extra health than the required amount of health for this to spawn, so... They also break down doors, which we're going to have to fix as well, so... Some of them are archers, some of them are tanks, some of them are... Goblin thieves, which are faster. And some of them are sorcerers, which shoot spells at us, so... but we might be alright, actually. The more enemies you take out, the more the bar goes up to completion. We just need to fill that up. This will also give us an achievement if we hadn't already done this, so... For surviving a Goblin Army. Or conquering it at the very least. Which you'd think is both, but I think it counts. Even if you die, I'm pretty sure if you clear the army, you still will succeed, which is good. As long as you take them out. So I should use my mini shark. Just because it's cool to just like fire a rapid shot of bullets. Okay, the army's been defeated. We're actually alright. I was panicking over nothing because I've had bad experiences with that before. At least we're aware of that now. And after a certain point, the Goblin Army actually becomes stronger. So I'm going to try and indicate when that is. Because they will just have much stronger enemies coming at us. It should be pretty obvious when that is, but I'll still try to indicate it when that is specifically. Okay, we're fine. I'm not worried. I was never worried, don't worry about it. But I guess now we're kind of in a good position to actually go fight another boss, kinda. If we want to do that immediately. We can't really do anything with what we got from the Eye of Cthulhu. Until we do a second boss, so... but defeating that Eye of Cthulhu should also allow us to get another NPC. So for now, I'm just going to head back to the Corruption. And we can look at having a go at another boss. It might be a bit early to go for another boss. Also, another blueberry bush. Oh my goodness. We could definitely go mining some more to hopefully get some better armor. Maybe I should do that, actually. We've got time. Antlion Mandible I just got from one of the antlions in the desert. Hey, Shia the Dryad has arrived. Put the fishing rod away for now as well. Mini Shark is actually pretty good. And sometimes it saves ammo. Like, it's only 6 range damage, but that's still pretty good. Plus the 7 range damage from the musket ball. I mean, we can also put it in our piggy bank as well. Which would be a good move. If we're just holding onto it, but not holding onto it in our inventory. Oh, illegal gun parts. Banned in most places. Plus, Antlion Mandible and Topaz gives us a sand gun. This is a good idea. Average knockback. 30 range damage, though. I think to get illegal gun parts, you have to buy from the arms dealer in a blood moon, I think? Actually, it's just at night. So we just have to buy them from him at night. So we could actually get that, but I don't need it, so... We'd also have to get more Antlion Mandible as well for that. It also is used with Blink Root to make Mining Potion. And combined with Sandstone Block, we can make Antlion Eggs. Can we place... I guess that's... I assume that's just for decoration, because those are a thing we can actually go find and destroy, and I think they have more things inside them, maybe? I think that's actually wrong. That's weird, though, but don't have to worry about it. Let's see if I can actually go a layer deeper in the underground here. We're probably pretty close to another layer down. Because we're still in the... We're still pretty high up, all things considered. This is the underground, but I believe there's a layer below this called the Caverns layer. There's a salamander there. That's annoying. We're probably a little bit more prepared for it, though, since last time we were mining. Yeah. That's wild. Because those are that was kind of one of the enemies that made me leave last time I was down here. I didn't even explore all of the mushroom area. Maybe I should go look at that. It's so easy to get distracted by everything. It's beautiful. I really enjoy Terraria. These guys are not that much of a problem either, which is good. I need that gold ore, don't I? You can use a hook a lot to get up here as well, which is good. Oh, I thought that was going to be bad for me. There we go. That'll work. Silver and gold. And more iron, because we can never have enough of it. Oh my goodness, there's a few salamanders here. Ow. Get out of here. I got potato chips from that, I guess. And also, Keen Rally, yo-yo type weapon. Weak knockback, I have no idea what that symbol is. 14 melee damage, 7% critical strike chance. Potato chips, minor improvements to all stats. Bet you can't eat just one. You're right. There is a lot of ore right here somehow. It's mainly that we can just like see it because of all the glowing around us. I mean, I can see it. It's a bit dark otherwise. I should probably make it a little bit brighter, but it's fine. That might actually be most of everything here. There is that water chest though. I don't think that's the right name for it, but it's a chest that spawns underwater usually. It's an aquatic chest, I guess. I don't know. Let me go find out. Oh, there's a lot of enemies here. We're fine. We got the weapons for this. A water chest. It is just that. It's got a precise inner tube. Grants the ability to float in water if we have that equipped. So I can just float on the surface of the water here. I wouldn't say it's very good, but if you need to like get out of water maybe, that could be good. It might actually be good to have a second loadout with that just available. I think you can use F1, F2, F3 to change your loadout quickly as well. So if I go down here, I can change my loadout and float to the surface like that, and then jump out. So there's some good combinations of things we can do. If I were to do that, I don't know. I don't think I will do that, but I'll keep it there for now. Just need to remember it. There's also a sandcastle bucket. Consumes sand block, but places sandcastles. That's cool, I guess, if we wanted to make sandcastles somewhere. Thank you for the dynamite, I guess. I'll just take that. We'll take the water chest with us. I just always click the chest that I take stuff from. It's good for storage. Means you don't have to use up iron to make chests. Oh, hey, a life crystal. I shall take that. And since we already have over 200 health, we might as well use it just right away. This is quite a drop here. Try not to get pushed off of everything. Oh, the enemies here. I'm still placing rope. This goes down really deep. Oh my goodness. How deep is this? There we go. Okay. Hold the torch out if I can. No, I can't. There we go. Oh, hey, water. Take this. I can't see. Just keep spinning the mace and we'll be fine. There we go. It is really just dark down here. I can throw some of these though, which is good. So I can grab this chest, because I think we pulled everything out of it quickly. There's nothing new in it, so... It might actually be worth going back to my main rope and head down further. I might just go back to the surface though to do that easier. Oh my goodness, quick stack to nearby chests. Just throws everything extra that we don't need away. I hope that didn't put anything I actually needed away. But that is quite useful to just be able to quick stack everything back into chests. And it just like sorts them into the chest that they already have stacks in. Also, I didn't realize that there were emeralds there. How did I miss that? Might have just like gone along the rail and not gone all the way back again or something. Might have been just distracted doing other things at the time. But we'll take some emeralds. The gems are just like gems, you know. We've already had a few like amethyst and topaz. They're not incredible, but you can sell them, or you could use them to make actually more hooks. Technically, you can make hooks with them. But I can't remember what we need to actually make them. Also, hey, there's the caverns layer. We can actually see the difference between the two layers. So we've actually gone deeper. We're only 710 underground. Take all this gold, though. Grab this here as well. So much gold. Can't remember which one of these metals is actually better than the other. I think gold is the best one we can currently get. Until we can do stuff with demonite ore a bit more. Also, we're mining right down into water here, which is gonna make mining a bit complicated. Oh my goodness. There's also an amethyst there. Okay, so I might want to play this differently here. I'm gonna get rid of this iron ore here. But I think I'm gonna need to drain this. I would just, like, throw bombs straight down into that, but I think it's better to drain it with the ore that's down there as well that I want to get. So let's go down this way. Risky move, taking it. Oh, there's a lot of water here as well. I put my bombs away because they probably auto-stacked. Want this life crystal on here. So let me head back to the surface and get bombs. Okay. So let me see about this quickly. I think the players probably throw a bomb down that way. Oh my goodness, there's so much water here. That's not going to work very well. Let me try it that way then. That didn't even do anything because it's so deep. Probably go down here, toss a few bombs down. So they can try to drain this a bit more. Also, while I'm here, I want to also get a bottle of water. And since I'm drowning, something interesting that happens while we're drowning. Just give me a moment. Because when we're out of air, we just start losing health. But we can also use a bottle of water to get more health back. So, and there's an achievement for doing that, so... Because you're using the thing you're drowning in to keep yourself alive. Hey. I might have a new plan here. And the plan is to use my loadout, my second loadout, to float to the surface. Also, hey! There's a bound goblin here. That's pretty lucky. This is an NPC that we have to rescue by right-clicking on him. But getting him to spawn here is wild. Thank you for freeing me, human. I was tied up and left here by the other goblins. You could say that we didn't get along very well. With this, we are allowed to reforge items and equipment. So if we put this in here, it costs 25 silver, but it changes the effect that the item will have. So I can get a superior silver pickaxe rather than just a regular pickaxe. Now it does 17% damage, 3% critical strike chance, and 10% knockback. It's probably better to have on a weapon rather than a tool, but it means we can re-roll that as much as we want now, which is nice. I just have to build a new house for him still. But this is what we can get: rocket boots and the Tinkerer's Workshop. We can also get a grappling hook here if we didn't make one ourselves. And he also sells spiky balls. We can also get a ruler so we can measure blocks around us in the world. And the tool belt is equipable and increases block placement range by 1. So he gives us a lot of good stuff, basically. But we really need the Tinkerer's Workshop. But I need more money. I might have to go back to the surface and just build him a house. Try to get money if I can. We'll look at that after we finish up here. So let's just use our second loadout if I can press the button. Hello? There we go. So, what I want to do is actually drop the bombs here on the gold that I want to get. And then change loadout so I can sink down. And change loadout so we go back up. It's pretty simple, right? We also found a cave down there, so it is draining out into that right now. I really like the water physics in this game. It's really cool. Like, it kind of works how you think it would. Also, we're going, like, right down here. Gonna try and get this gold. I mean, this is good because it's draining somewhere, but also it could be draining somewhere where we need to have more mining down stuff happening. That worked out really well. Gonna change my loadout so I don't die by not paying attention to things. I'm gonna get rid of that cobweb. And gonna place some more rope down here. Ow! That was rude. Get out of here. I'll worry about making the hole wider later. I'm just gonna focus on going straight down. Okay. Here's the cave. And actually drained out that way, which is perfect for us. I might just explore a bit before we keep mining. There's another emerald here. We can actually place down the gems as well, and they'll look like gems just on the walls, which is cool. Okay, a couple of skeletons. teal mushroom that I don't really need because we don't really need dye. I want to get the different dye materials so I could make them and show them. Oh, that's a trap. Those actually landed on the button, but it doesn't activate it, which is good. I also found that the buttons, what are they called? The pressure plates don't actually always break, or at least one of them doesn't. So the first one we found actually just wasn't accessible. We couldn't pick it up, basically. Ow, don't kill me. Also, the glow sticks are nice for just, like, exploring caves quickly. This is where all the water went. It is so much more water now, because it combined with more water, which combined with more water, which combined with more water. Oh, boy. Getting rid of the water and going straight down is going to be interesting. Ow, what hit me? There's a slime there. I see. The dark slimes are just... they just blend into the darkness. I really need the rocket boots that the Goblin Tinkerer sells as well. Here's a lot of good stuff for us. But I need money. You can see some blink root in that cave over there, which is cool. Ow. Ow. A lot of iron. Need to be careful of big clusters of ore though, because there can also be traps on them as well. That just blow up everything and you can't get any of it, basically. This is the way that kind of trap works. Oh my goodness, ore. Even more demonite. We can also get demonite armor from the enemies in the corruption area. If we just fight enough of them, they'll just eventually drop what we need, basically. It's a slightly different variation to what we can craft, and it even looks different, so that's cool. It is quite rare though, so I'm probably not gonna... it's probably not gonna happen. But if I spend enough time, would get it, so... I'm not patient at all. It's not gonna... I'm not waiting for that. Although if you want to get every different kind of armor, you'd have to do that. But there are ways to make enemies spawn more, which you'd probably do later in the game, to make it easier. The skeleton really wants me. He climbed all the way through my hole. It's also probably worth making air pockets in tunnels like this, so I have something to go up for air for if it floods. And to have the torch in there as well, so it doesn't get put out. This is what the bombs are made for. It's just mining like that. That should be enough torches. That took up all my wood. I still have 19 gel. We got so much gel from the rain. Might even need to start actually growing trees back. Because I've been chopping a lot of them down. Which actually reminds me, we have the Dryad now. I wish Brimst would stop flirting with me. Doesn't he realize I'm 500 years old? Also, the villagers all have happiness. Solitude is sometimes good. There's room to grow and breathe. And they like different biomes and different NPCs, and they dislike different biomes and NPCs. So whether you actually put them in the world will make them different levels of happy, so... but the Dryad also sells acorns, so we can actually grow as many trees as we want. As well as purification powder, cleanses the evil. So if there's any corruption or crimson we want to turn back to normal, we can actually do that. Turning, like, grass and crimstone or ebon stone back into regular stone, basically. Also grass seeds, so we don't have to wait for grass to grow across dirt, and we can grow it anywhere. It doesn't have to be connected to grass somewhere else. Can buy sunflowers, make ourselves happy. Grass wall, which is just for wall. There's also flower wall as well. Now play flower wall. Guide to environmental preservation. Prevents you from accidentally destroying the environment while in inventory. That's interesting. It's also materials. I'm gonna grab that. Dirt rod. Magically moves dirt. I'm gonna need so much money. Pumpkin seeds, which we can put down to grow pumpkins. Also, in October, pumpkins will just grow in your world, so we don't really need to do that, but I'll do that anyway. Day Bloom Planter Box. I believe these are just for decorating places with the flowers you can get in the world. Blink Root Planter Box as well. White flower seeds, yellow flower seeds, red flower seeds, pink flower seeds, magenta, purple, or violet. blue wildflower seeds, and tall grass seeds. So if you want to actually like decorate the ground with a specific type of decoration, like with the grass and flowers here, you can do that. Although I think you probably want to have the non-destroying environment thing going for that. Oh, that's what that is for. That's what the book is for. We actually have that effect right now. So if we wanted to decorate the grass with something, we could actually do that. Make a whole garden and things like that. We can also combine it with the guide to Crittership Companionship. Once we actually get the Tinkerer workbench. I don't think I bought the other book, actually. It's 4 gold, so I can't even make enough gold for it. Even the special die I have isn't worth much. Yeah, I don't think I can quite make enough money for it right now. Also, the zoologist is selling bunny ears and bunny tail now. And more stuff will appear in the shop as we get more stuff in the bestiary found. Just to show you what the dirt rod does though, because I don't think I ever used it for anything. It allows us to like pick up dirt blocks of any kind, like even grass ones. We can like move them around. They become like projectile blocks that we can throw around. It's not that useful, but it's mostly for like digging from like way underground. And like repositioning blocks. So if you like need to get up a wall, it could be good for that maybe. But why you wouldn't just like use your regular blocks for any reason, I don't know. Like it is nice that I can just reach like way down below the earth and just pull stuff out. But there's not really a reason for that, unless you want to like put blocks back, which is possible. So you'd have to mine out a whole thing of dirt and you can just put them back. It's a little bit precise, but you could do it like that, I guess. But there's not really much use for the rod other than that, unless maybe you can like use it against enemies. I don't think you can. So it's really just for maneuvering earth. And I'm pretty sure the only thing you can use it on is dirt, so... Magically moves dirt, that is what it does, so... I really don't know why you'd use this, but it's a thing you can do, I guess. Also, if you want to grow pumpkins, you kind of need a bit of space for them to grow, so they can get to a good size. Also, I should have had the gold food meal that you can make with a gold animal. Because that's also an achievement, but I've already done that, so I don't really need to do that. It would just be for show at that point, so... To show that you can just do that. Illegal gun parts, 19 gold. Banned in most places, though. But yeah, that's how you get that. You just buy that at night. I guess I'll buy the critter book. Hey, it's $4.45. Nice. It's not all my money, it's just most of it. You can also still build over things that would break the grass. You can't swing with like a sword or a tool and break it like that. I guess that counts for mushrooms as well, which is interesting. Also, we can put a star in a bottle. Hang on. And a firefly in a bottle for decoration. Star in a bottle increases mana regeneration when placed nearby. Interesting. I don't know how useful that is, but we could do that if we wanted to. Since, oh, I didn't mean to put that in the bottle. Oh, that's cool though. Since we can't use the stars for much else other than arrows at this point though, that is kind of worthwhile. And we can get a lot more shooting stars, or fallen stars, just over time anyway. They're pretty easy to come by. Also, there's an eye in the background, which I guess would actually be the Eye of Cthulhu just flying around. Because it can just spawn in randomly. Although when he's about to spawn in, there'll be actually text that tells you, like, you feel like you're being watched, I believe. Or something similar to that. Also, we can just make the Peaceful Guide to Coexistence. So we can just make that and have that in an inventory if we want that. We don't necessarily need it, but if we want that, it's an option. And we can just make that automatically, so that's cool. Pretty sure enemies still kill and break things though. Okay, how much better is this axe? Oh, pretty good actually. Like, it's not a ton better, but it is much better. It feels much better. Plus we can do more damage to things while we're doing it. There we go. Another house for somebody to live. We can also just place somebody in here. So I'm gonna actually put the Dryad in here. And it's got a gold thing around it to show that we actually place them there. And I think that means that if they die, they automatically go back to that spot, but I don't think that it always works, depending on what the reason is that they die. Or if the housing's unsuitable. That's the guide's house? Why has he moved? Where's my empty houses? Why is the Okay, they've all just, like, moved. I don't understand why. I can't overwrite it unless I build another house. We can also see the pets here as well. So we can move where they live.